A pricing anomaly inside the energy aisle signaled the shift long before analysts caught it. The drink with the simplest formula, the smallest flavor story, and one of the highest per-ounce prices in the category kept moving with unusual stability. Competitors discounted. Red Bull didn't. Yet velocity held. Something other than taste, function, or price was doing the heavy lifting. Red Bull didn't win because consumers preferred the product. They won because people recognized themselves in it. A company took rebellion, one of the most unpredictable human impulses, and turned it into a business system that scaled to more than 170 markets with remarkable consistency. Category data from the early 2000s showed energy drinks rising in the mid-single digits annually, with fragmented share and unstable loyalty curves. But Red Bull didn't behave like a traditional beverage brand competing inside that structure. They reframed the structure entirely. Instead of promising energy, they offered a stage for reinvention. Extreme sports weren't endorsements, they were identity factories. By owning the imagery of risk, altitude, and personal transformation, Red Bull built a gravitational field that reshaped how demand actually formed. When a brand becomes part of a person's self-concept, price elasticity flattens, SKU switching declines, and the brand stops behaving like a consumer good and starts behaving like recurring revenue. A 2011 distribution study in Central Europe revealed a revealing pattern. Stores that hosted Red Bull micro-events saw same-store sales climb between 12% and 18% above baseline, without a single change in shelving, pricing, or promotional activity. The event wasn't the value, the identity spillover was. Analysts later called the effect ambient demand, sales powered not by marketing pressure, but by cultural momentum that doesn't need to be turned on. Then came the pivot competitors couldn't imitate. Red Bull didn't purchase cultural placement, they produced culture outright. Instead of renting attention, they owned the channels where attention formed. Their media ecosystem became a self-generating engine. Every jump, crash, ascent, an impossible moment created new emotional inventory, distributed at zero marginal cost. Belief, not awareness, became the scalable asset. A second case study exposed the architecture beneath that belief. A US retailer performed a category reset, granting equal space to Red Bull and 3 fast-growing challengers. Velocity improved across the board in the first month as curiosity spiked, but by month 3, the divergence appeared. Competitors flattened. Red Bull's uplift persisted across 2 additional quarters. Executives attributed the gap to lifestyle stability. Shoppers weren't buying energy, they were reaffirming identity. Identity has downstream consequences. Retailers trust brands with predictable velocity and low promotional dependency. Distributors prioritize products that move with minimal hand-selling. Athletes favor platforms capable of amplifying their own narratives. Red Bull became the connective tissue linking these incentives, creating a system where every partner, intentionally or not, reinforced the brand's power. And this is the hidden mechanism most competitors miss. While traditional beverage companies chase demand through marketing, Red Bull built a model where culture generates demand automatically. Once culture carries the product, the economics begin to resemble infrastructure more than consumer goods. But even infrastructure faces pressure. By the late 2010s, the category accelerated into high single-digit growth. New entrants launched cleaner labels, functional claims, and flavor systems engineered for broader household penetration. Yet Red Bull's share decline remained far smaller than forecast. Innovation can replace ingredients. It rarely replaces identity. A private label experiment in North America made the distinction unavoidable. A retailer introduced a house brand competitor, priced roughly 25% lower. Trial soared. Repeat purchase didn't. Consumers solved their need state once, but they didn't integrate the brand into their lifestyle story. A functional beverage can win a moment. An identity brand wins a place in someone's self-image. Red Bull did not build a beverage company with exceptional marketing. They built a cultural distribution network that happened to sell beverages. Moments replaced SKUS as the real growth engine. And Moments have no inventory limits. One event can be clipped, shared, remixed, and replayed across continents, producing demand spikes that outlive the moment itself. This is the economic principle every modern brand eventually confronts. Products generate transactions. Culture generates compounding. And compounding is what allowed a niche Austrian drink to evolve into an identity architecture spanning sports, media, aspiration, and everyday signalling. The challenge for today's beverage executives isn't matching Red Bull's formulation or its distribution muscle. It's confronting the larger question Red Bull proved could be answered. Can a company scale a feeling as efficiently as it scales a product? Rebellion became predictable, identity became operational, and the consumer became part of the system, not just an endpoint of it. In a category where formulas can be copied and flavor trends reset every few years, meaning remains the rarest asset. Because long after the can is emptied, the feeling it promised continues circulating, quietly, persistently, compounding like the story behind it.